my beauties, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you that have just stumbled across this video, you've never heard of me before, you've never seen me, my name is Andrea and this is Soul Embers. Existing viewers and subscribers, welcome back to your channel, guys. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for the love and the high vibes you bring here to Soul Embers through your comments, your likes, your subscriptions. I'm just unbelievably grateful, and I'm sending you all many virtual hugs. And if you're a hugger, I don't care, because guess what, I am. Anyway, so today's reading is going to be quite different to what you're used to, and possibly quite different to what you've seen before. However, I do these kinds of spreads for my clients when they're going through quite substantial transitions in their life. And I really wanted to bring this to you today because I have been guided. No, I haven't been guided. I've been heavily pushed by my spirit guides and the divine to do more of these during this massive energetic shift we're currently facing as we're closing out the last decade and entering the new one as well as the new year, right? And what I found is the outcome I'm having at the moment with this specific reading has been extraordinary for my clients. They're walking away with so much clarity, and the energy that I'm just pulling in is absolutely huge, to the degree that I can't do more than 2 of these types of readings per day. But I'm very excited to bring it to you because I just know that you can gain so much out of this, and you can make some really positive and massive shifts as you close out the previous cycle and get rid of whatever it is that doesn't serve you, and truly embrace the new decade and the new year, only taking what you need with you and manifesting the kind of life that you really want to manifest, right? So there will be a description on why I've chosen these 4 specific cards. I've put it at the end of your reading. So if you're interested in knowing why these cards, why this type of reading, feel free to just stay on and have a listen. It's there for you to, get more information on why and how I go about doing my readings, I guess. So in a nutshell, guys, before I close this off, I've noticed that you guys are really drawn to the love and X spreads, and that's awesome. I hope you find what you're looking for there, and I will definitely continue doing those. However, this is more about your fundamental essence, the fundamental essence of who you are. This is your core, at your core, what you're manifesting and bringing into your reality. What blockages are there? Which aspects of yourself, your conscious and subconscious, do you need to tap into through your inner high priestess and unify and release, heal and let go of, so that you can only plant seeds and fertilize and grow what is in your best interest? Okay, so once you can really hit the nail on the head here, everything else will just flow, guys. It will be like a domino effect. Energy in every aspect of your life will shift, including your love life. Okay, so I'm going to finish it off there. I will jump into your readings now, so I'll see you on the other side. Hi Gemini, welcome to your end of year spread. Now, I've already pre-shuffled and meditated on the cards, but before I jump into it, just thought I'd let you know that everything you need to know about how I go about doing my readings, how these energies can be applied and how they may play out, what we mean when we say time is fluid, and the disclaimer, which has important information about the content of this channel, is in the description box below, as well as what to do if the reading doesn't resonate. The most important thing would be to not force it to fit. If it does not resonate, the message is not for you. There is information below on how you can go about finding a reading that better fits with you at this time. So check it out. For those of you that really resonate with this message, or it really hits the nail on the head for you, if you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, you can find my contact details below. Now, all that said, let's jump straight into it, guys, and let's see what's going on. Now, as I was shuffling your cards and meditating on your energy, Gemini, I have to tell you, I had this feeling of really assessing something, really pulling something apart, pondering, a lot of pondering, really sitting back and taking information in being extremely observant, being extremely calculating. It's all about moves and counter moves. I see a game of chess. That's what I'm seeing. It's all about strategy with whatever it is that you're closing out in the old decade and in the old year and moving into the new cycle. For you, it's all about movement and counter movement. Very strategic energy, very, very strategic. So let's jump into it and see how that message ties into your reading. Let's have a look at how you're going about manifesting, guys. What are you manifesting? Are there any blockages in your manifestation at this stage? And how can we go about really bringing that manifestation into your tangible world, nurturing it, bringing life to it, and then consistently, setting the boundaries, putting order in your day-to-day life, and planning as necessary so you can continue on that momentum that you need to continue on so that you can achieve whatever it is that you desire, Gemini. So let's have a look. How are we going about manifesting at the moment? How is Gemini going about manifesting? Okay, so the Magician wanted to pop out, and that would be double confirmation. Okay, and let's have a look at how your inner High Priestess is showing up. Do we have any blockages in our subconscious, or is our conscious and subconscious not marrying up? Let's have a look. And how are we going about manifesting it into our tangible world? All right, and what's your inner Emperor? What's your inner Boss Man doing? All right, so this seems to be very, very clear to me, guys. You can apply this to any area of your life that it fits for you, if it fits, okay? But I'm feeling that in this time of reflection and retrospection, I can almost see you looking back on years gone, not just the year that's gone, on years gone, looking at your choices, the choices that you've made, and how those massive energetic shifts that applied through those choices, what those outcomes were. And you're really weighing up the pros and cons of those outcomes. You're cutting away anything that you did in the past that did not have a good outcome. You're approaching everything with a fresh new set of eyes and with complete clarity. You're starting a brand new cycle, completely clear on what your intentions are. I'm feeling that there is no more confusion. And in this time where you're really assessing, where you're really observing, where you're really taking in your environment to see how you're going to make these moves and counter moves, you're trying to see how they will benefit your ultimate outcome of what you're trying to manifest. And you've kind of removed the emotion, and that's not to say that you don't feel emotion, but you have gained so much power within yourself that you are able to put your emotions aside for the moment so that you can think clearly, make the decision that you need to make, and then bring your emotions into it so you can really see how you're feeling. I'm sensing that you are energetically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally at the most balanced. Those Geminis that I'm currently resonating with are feeling really grounded and really balanced right now. So maybe something came to your attention recently, you had some form of clarity, a truth was told, and it really shed light on yourself. I feel that you've come from a place of feeling some sort of lack or loss or neglect, and there was a time where you had no control over, or you thought you had no control over, the repeating patterns or the repeating behaviors. So I feel that some kind of truth may have come in that's really shaking you to the core and giving you the clarity on what energy you need to shift and what you need to apply into your life so that you don't repeat these mistakes and truly release, heal, and let go. And so what you've been trying to set out into the universe, and really the energy you're really trying to harness and pull out of the ether into your tangible world, is stability. And this could be stability within yourself, your inner compass, really good. Like I'm sensing and I'm seeing a cord being pulled from my gut to Mother Earth through to the center of the earth. So whether it be internally within yourself, stable, whether it be within your home environment, existing relationship or family life, or whether it just be that you want to create stability, you want to move into a new level and level up with either your partner or meet somebody where you can create the family life and that stability with. And so you're now very, very clear on what that actually looks like. And Gemini, that's freaking fantastic. The biggest challenge we face is knowing exactly what we want and how it looks like. Most of the time we know what it feels like, but we can't articulate or kind of put into our mind or thought process what that looks like. And so you have been able to receive that clarity. And I'm feeling that, you know, as far as what your blockage might be, could potentially be in grounding this, even though I'm feeling that you're really powerful, your manifestation power is on point at the moment, very on point. In fact, you know, Archangel Michael is by your side, walking with you on this journey. You have a purpose to fulfill, and I strongly feel that you've done the hard work you needed to do over these last years. You've learned your lessons, you've leveled up spiritually, and you just know that it's coming. And Gemini, let me tell you, it is literally around the freaking corner. That's what I feel with those of you that have done that work and this message does resonate with. So maybe the issue that we've been having so far is really recognizing that the manifestation has come to your tangible world. It's here. You have grounded it. Maybe there is your intuition needs to be fine-tuned a little bit so that you can truly recognize the signs and the synchronicities that the universe is sending you to show you which way to go, to give you that direction. So what I'm hearing is when you see these, when you start to tap into your intuition, and it will slowly start to unblock those subconscious parts of yourself that are yet to be unveiled by your inner high priestess. And you'll really pick up those signs and synchronicities and know to act on them and let them guide you. They are taking you to your path, to your life purpose. So watch out for those, whether they be, I don't know, repeating numbers. You know, how do they marry up with the thoughts that you're having at that time? Whether they be a repeating name. So maybe there's something in a repeating name, a person that you need to reach out to that will give you some insight to really start to tap into your intuition. Or you can even go and see some spiritual healer or someone that can really work on unlocking your intuition and allow that energy to flow freely through you so that you can start bringing it into and nurturing it in your tangible world. And so where you're currently at as far as that goes, how you're going about planting that seed of what you've manifested and pulled down from the ether into your tangible world. How are you going about nurturing it now? How are you going about planting those seeds and watering them and nurturing them and giving it love so that it can bear fruit? Okay, and continuously grow for you. And I'm feeling that the way you're currently going about that is by being very firm by your values and your belief system, your inner compass. You won't let anyone sway you from what those values and morals are. And because of that, you're kind of cutting away the things that don't serve you and that could potentially hinder the growth of the seeds that you're planting. Gemini, you guys are freaking on point. I'm loving this reading. I'm so happy for you. Okay, so keep going, guys, keep going. And you know what? The more you do this, and this has got to do with your absolute emotional fulfillment to the core of the essence of your being, like where you're completely at peace. It's all about peace, inner peace, and truly feeling grounded. This is what you feel will ground you, that emotional fulfillment. And so the more you stick by those morals, the more you stick by your values, those that don't serve you and can't gain anything from you will start to fall away naturally. You will even find that they no longer enter your energy field because they're not attracted to your energy. You're not giving them what they need. You shut it out so that you can truly walk that life path. And so by continually doing this, Gemini, you are truly going to manifest, put an action plan in place. Really set order to your environment and set the boundaries to your environment as you slowly start to fill up inside. You slowly start to feel that emotional fulfillment. The more you feel it, the more you'll let it guide you, and the more you'll set your boundaries around that space. So if you can have a look here, one of the most happiest cards in the deck, guys. This is what you're trying to ground. This is what you're trying to protect. I'm seeing, what I'm seeing is that the more you embrace your morals and your values, and you don't settle, and you keep your standards where they're at, no matter what anybody thinks, the more you do that, I can almost see you building a boundary around this beautiful home. And when I say this beautiful home, I'm talking about you, your inner self, that no one can compromise. No one can take this away from you. Okay? Absolutely amazing. Gemini, I'm feeling so uplifted by this message. I truly hope it resonates with a lot of you. I truly hope a lot of my Geminis are feeling this way and are manifesting this powerfully. So let me just pull out one more card just to keep you on point and focused, because I want to see this happen for you. How can we go about, what do you need to surrender to in order to allow for you to tap into that intuition that could potentially prevent the pace at what this is unfolding? Because you're still grounding it, you're still taking action on it, but I feel that there might be, you can fast pace it if you surrender to a particular energy. So what energy is that our beautiful Geminis need to surrender to? All right, let's see. Gemini. Do we have a card for Gemini, please? Yes, we do. Surrender to your fear of intimacy. Okay. Surrender to your fear of intimacy. So, I don't know if you remember earlier on, I mentioned that you may be feeling that in the past you were neglected, you were abandoned, you felt rejected. Maybe you were left by a partner or a spouse or a family member, shut out in one way or another. And it really affected you on an intimate level, that you didn't want to share intimacy because you were afraid, because of a vulnerability that was associated with that neglect. So what I'm getting here is you are ready to let love in, compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Absolutely amazing. And guys, I think Aquarius got this card as well. So in order to really fast pace this, I know that you have released and healed the majority of this. Maybe there's some hindering feelings of, that neglect and the fear of being intimate with the people around you that truly want to share love with you. But what I'm getting here is, you're ready to let love in. do it at a pace that you feel comfortable with, but at least accept that you still have a fear of intimacy. That's okay, and put actions in place that can help you build upon regaining your confidence in this area. All right, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I'm wishing you all the best, sending you much love. I really want to know if this message hits home. I want to know which of my Geminis are manifesting this amazing energy. Bye. Thanks for staying on, guys, for the description on why I've chosen these 4 majors and what I mean by focused channeling. So focused channeling for me is basically just that. I have selected 4 cards and I focus the energy that I'm channeling to receive messages for these specific cards and what the meaning behind these cards are. And the reason why I've chosen these 4 is because, like I mentioned earlier, of the massive energetic transition we're currently facing. As you close out your old cycle, I really want to see you guys elevating and really lifting your vibration. And it all starts with the power of how you're manifesting and setting your intentions, which is what the magician is all about. You know, your inner magician is all about having everything that you need and knowing that you have it. Knowing within yourself that you have the power to recognize what it is that you want and need to set your focused intention into the ether and pull it into your tangible world. You know, they say that the magician is very calm, looks very calm, but is very focused, very happy to be in a state of basically meditation. And that's where he can tap into the energies that are available for him in the universe to pull into his tangible world, or into the tangible world, I should say. So that's why we start off with the magician, and then we move on to the high priestess, because once it's arrived here in your tangible world, how are you going to recognize the synchronicities and the signs that it's arrived and it's here and up for the taking? The high priestess is all about, you know, being the guardian between your conscious and subconscious mind. She's the gatekeeper, you know, negation and affirmation, the positive and the negative, the yin and the yang. And there are elements of our subconscious mind that we can't tap into, or that there are blockages. So is your inner high priestess blocking you from manifesting what it is that you want in your world? Or is there an element that needs to be worked on, healed, released, so that you can unify your subconscious and conscious mind to a degree that you are ready to, at this time, to bring in those manifestations? They say that she stands a guardian because ultimately, it is my belief, and everyone has one, everyone has an opinion, right? But if you're not ready to receive something, you haven't leveled up and you're not ready to receive it, it is the high priestess that stands in the way and says, no, I'm not going to allow this to filter through, because my Capricorn, my Virgo, my Pisces, my Scorpio, whichever star sign, is not quite ready to receive this yet. There still needs to be work done on healing, releasing and letting go, on, you know, coming to a more unified type of state before this can take place and be manifested into reality. And then we move on into the Empress. So, you know, your inner Empress, so beautiful, so loving, so creative, so nurturing, gives birth to those manifestations. She is the creator of your world. And so it is through those manifestations that your inner Empress will plant those seeds and water them and fertilize them and give birth to the world that you want to create. And she consistently does that. Consistently comes from that space. So what do we do, let's say, if your manifestations aren't always what you want, because you're not setting focused intention, because you're unclear of what your intentions need to be, right? Well, your inner Empress will still manifest those into your world. She'll still nurture and fertilize them. But then it's up to the inner emperor within you to truly set order, to set those boundaries, to trim the hedges so you can see over them, giving you the power of foresight so you can be prepared of what lies ahead. You know, if the inner empress is constantly fertilizing and growing, whatever it is your manifestations are, it's quite possible that the journey that you see on that path that lies ahead will be overgrown with potential weeds or grass or whatever you want to call it, blocking your view and causing you to be somewhat confused, not knowing a way to redirect yourself, possibly bringing on stagnancy. It is your inner emperor that will make sure that all those hedges are trimmed, like I said, that your path is clear, that you're pursuing your path with focus, with intention, with order, trimming away absolutely everything that doesn't serve you on this path to your greatest good. So that pretty much sums it up, guys. This is why I've chosen these 4 majors. I think that they're very relevant to the current energetic shift we're facing, and the messages have been, as I said, quite powerful.